Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be wrapping my side skirts that I have set up over there for my STI and doing some little stuff here and there, like the front license plate thing needs to get done, the mirrors need to get done. Unfortunately right now I'm still waiting on this customer to come pick up this bike. As you saw in the last episode, it's been fully wrapped. The whole thing's done now, but I can't really just stick it outside for liability reasons, of course. So what I'm going to do is these side skirts, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to wrap them. As you can see, these are really rough. I mean, the paint's pretty much gone on it. So what I'm going to actually do is sand it down like this. I mean, this is all from the previous owner, and it's just an older car. It's no one's fault. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is sand it down. I'm not going to be wrapping pretty much from here down. That's all under the car, and it's so rough that I don't even think it's going to hold, even with edge tape. I'm probably going to start something really low, like 400 grit, and I'm going to work up to 1,000, 2,000 grit to get these wrapped. These are pretty straightforward. I'm still going to show you guys how to wrap these. These are pretty straightforward side skirt. The only issue is going to be this right here. So this little kind of divot in here. There's a couple ways to go about it. I personally don't want to stretch into that. I've tried it before and it didn't last more than a few months, even with primer. So what I'm actually going to do this time is I'm going to be laying into here, and the start of here I'm going to lay into here, so you'll have a little bit of stretch coming this way, just because as I start laying in here, there's going to be tension kind of going that way. I also, for side skirts, I highly recommend not so much this side. I probably still will, not this side. This side, excuse me. I will for sure, I'm going to put a inlay in here. The reason I don't want to stretch stuff like this, especially side skirt, is you can see how much freaking damage there already is there. So if I stretch and it gets a rock chip, that's going to pull back. So we want to avoid that. So I'm going to put a seam in here, and then I'm going to wrap it and then do edge tape there. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get to sanding. Alright, so started from 400, worked to about 1500, and as you can see, it's still pretty bad. I mean, there are so many things, like this is all just damage. All the black you see, it's not dirt, it's damage. And then for some reason, I guess he cracked them before originally and then tried to epoxy them here. Can't really get that out. So like I said, I'm only going to wrap to about right here because everything else is under the car. These aren't really in super good condition, but I'm gonna rock them for now. Just wrap them until I can get carbon fiber ones. If you're gonna do gloss vinyl, it'll work fine by yourself. I still, every time, I know I mention this, if you're wrapping with matte or satin, you really want to get two people so you can do one initial good pull and lay all in one. Because what I'm going to do with gloss is I'm going to lay it here in the middle, and then I'm going to get a nice little pull this way and then a nice little pull that way. If you do that with matte, mattes will fade really easily. So that's why you kind of want to get in one pull. Ideally you would get it in one pull for everything, but it's not really realistic. And I'm pretty much by myself. I asked my wife, Leah, to help me every now and again, but that's pretty much it. So anyways, I'm going to get to that cut, get it ready. We're going to wrap it. It's going to look way better. got the initial, what I call centering. I found a center point that I'm gonna work from and kind of go either way or the other. So I tacked it all down the center. I pulled the cap. You can definitely feel all the static from that. So I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at here. So everything looks nice and smooth, right? Everything's pretty much ready to go out that way and that way, except here. And that's because this goes slightly, curves down this way ever so slightly. And so it bunches up just a little bit here. So what I'm gonna do is just do a little bit of pull here so that I can, we're just talking relax, pull, and my stretch lines will go this way, the way with my center line here. That's the idea, is you pretty much want everything to go with your center line. So if, for example, here on this tank I just wrapped, maybe you want to use this top as your center line, well, you're almost always going to want your pieces to go across that, your wrinkles, your pull lines to go across this way, so that as you pull it, you loosen it up just a little bit with some heat, relax it, and it'll literally fall into place here. That's 75% of the idea that I work with as far as how I'm going to start, where I'm going to start wrapping, and kind of go from there. All right. Alright, you can see that worked out way better. So all I did was I lifted up here, I kept this up, and as I kept it up, I just squeegeed down and went like that. So I'm laying into this. I'm not, if I would have left this piece down, it would have definitely stretched into here. So that's what I did. I laid in here, and you kind of do that motion. So you get in there, you keep this nice and tight here, and then kind of swoosh it down, while you're keeping this piece up with your left arm, and you lay in here real nice. And from here, all we're gonna do is heat this just a little bit to relax it. We're gonna do the last kind of final pull this way, and that's it. I'm gonna start in the middle. You always start in the middle. The reason being is if I start on that side or this side, if I have, for some reason, which I doubt for this, but for some reason I have any kind of wrinkling that's going like this, and I can't pull it that way, because if I start from either end and I work this way, I'm gonna be pulling wrinkles all the way down here, and they're gonna get farther and farther until I'm stretching this vinyl. So always start from the middle and work your way either way. So this is pretty much all laid. I had just a little bit of stretch coming into here, but almost not any, because I laid that in first and then worked my way this way. But all of that, everything looks really good. So all I'm gonna do from here is see how little that is, that lip. So I'm gonna be able to stretch over that and edge seal it and be confident with it. And if you remember over here, I have some knifeless tape and a seam under there. So I'm gonna go and finish that, and then I'll do the second side skirt, and then we'll check it out on the vehicle. All right, side skirt's on. I think it looks way better. The only thing is I totally forgot I need to wrap in to like the door jamb there. What do you guys think? I have the blue mirrors that I'm gonna keep. Definitely wrapping that front. I actually have a cap that goes over that front license plate delete. But I don't know, I kind of like, maybe I might keep the stripe for a little bit in the blue mirrors. I'll see, we'll see. What do you guys think? Let me know. Yet again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I will continue to try my best to keep posting stuff and show you guys pretty much what I do on a daily basis, which is wrap. So without further ado, that's a wrap.